The giant yellow monsters are among us.
Artlist.io.
Close your eyes and imagine a huge arm digging into the ground, flying mud, a spinning tower, and in the middle, a huge yellow monster. Transformers? No, it's an excavator. Yes, the Hulk of the construction world. When you see it in the park, children's mouths drop open, and even adults sigh, wow, what a beautiful machine. An excavator isn't just a machine, it's a way of life.
Music licensing reimagined.
And this yellow giant isn't just digging up the ground, it's winning hearts too. Imagine this, you're heading to work in the morning and there's an excavator working by the roadside. You immediately slow down, look out the window, and start filming. Because brother, we as a nation love watching excavators. And then there's that moment when it slowly lowers the bucket to the ground. It's like a final scene, an Oscar-worthy performance.
Artlist.io.
What is an excavator? Just a bucket? Excavator equals shovel? No, excavator equals power, balance, and a bit of that watch me take this dirt
Music
attitude.
licensing reimagined.
With its long arm, huge bucket, and rotating body, it's a true construction ninja. But a slow ninja? Because this machine isn't fast, it works patiently. But once it enters the field, digging with a shovel becomes a thing of the past. But don't get me wrong, excavators don't just dig up dirt. Sometimes they remove debris, sometimes they lay pipe, and sometimes they sabotage their operator's coffee break because it's hard to stop them. I've seen people taking selfies with excavator buckets. These machines are becoming social media sensations. The "I lifted 10 tons of dirt with my bucket, what did you do?" challenge is on its way.
Music
How did the first
licensing
excavators come about?
reimagined.
Now, I'm taking you back to the late 1800s. Back then, people still had the mindset of, let's dig this land with shovels. Then someone came along and said, I'll get a machine to do this job. And the first steam excavator was born. Of course, it wasn't like today's machines. It was more like a huge monster that spewed smoke and worked sluggishly. But it was a turning point in history. The excavator. A triumph of engineering over human laziness. Of course, back then, instead of asking, do you have a license, bro? People were debating, is the steam pressure sufficient? Over time, technology advanced. Engines got smaller but more powerful. Now there are excavators
Music
controlled
licensing
remotely with a
reimagined.
joystick. So, looking back from the past to the present, excavators have leveled up too. They'll be playing Call of Duty soon. Excavator types, each one unique. There's a lot of variety among excavators too. It's like the Marvel universe. Tracked excavators. These are like the Hulk, they can go anywhere. Wheeled excavators. They roam around the city, polite but powerful. Mini excavators. Yes, they're cute, but they do incredible work. So they may be small, but they have a giant spirit. Each one has its own unique qualities. It's like the excavator universe is created right here.
Music
Each one is like a
licensing
different
reimagined.
superhero. The mini excavator is like the Spider-Man of construction sites, reaching every corner. The tracked ones are like Thor, heavy, powerful, but gentle when needed. The wheeled ones are like Captain America, keeping order in the city without harming anyone. If we made an Excavator Avengers team, it would break box office records. Mighty power, engines, hydraulics, and that bucket's dance.
Artlist.io.
The movements of an excavator are as graceful as ballet, but as powerful as the Hulk. The hydraulic arms pull so hard, it's like they're wrestling with the ground, but without breaking a sweat. And that engine noise, that vroom vroom, it's like Terminator 3.0 is coming. Plus, the arm is so flexible you could use the bucket to stir tea. It's that flexible. And that shovel doesn't even touch the ground. It's almost as if it loves the soil, but then it lifts up as if saying, "I'm done with you, soil, bye." The flawless harmony of the hydraulic system is pure engineering poetry. These machines don't just work, they perform. You can't take your eyes off them, and neither can the soil. Where is it used? It's everywhere. Where wouldn't you find an excavator? Construction? It's essential. Mining? You can't even dig a well without one. Infrastructure work? You can't even build a road without an excavator. Once, a man planted a tree with an excavator, another jumped into a pool. These machines aren't just for work, they're also used to break viewing records on the internet. Sometimes they appear in such places that you wonder, how did you get in here? At the top of a mountain, at the bottom of a stream, in the middle of a village, there's an excavator everywhere. If I told you I saw an excavator in a wedding procession, you wouldn't be surprised, would you? Because these machines have even infiltrated Turkish weddings, carrying a quarter of soil instead of a quarter of gold.
Music licensing reimagined.
The largest excavators. Meet the Titans. If you saw the world's largest excavator, you'd say, "What is this thing? It's like a building." Some of them really do weigh 1,000 tons. There's this thing called the Bagger 288, and when you see it, you think, this thing could dig up the planet and connect it to Mars. Its tires are as big as a basketball court, and its bucket can scoop up 5 cars in one go. If you tried to park your car next to this thing, you'd risk getting crushed. The cab of these giants is like a small apartment. You can drink tea and watch Netflix inside. It even uses Google Maps instead of GPS because it moves from city to city while working. It literally moves buildings with a single scoop. Their slogan could be, "Small jobs aren't for us." Excavator operators, the Jedi Knights of real life. Those who operate that machine, they're seriously Jedi. That guy who moves the shovel with millimeter precision. It's literally like, may the force be with you. Whether it's carrying a teacup or bouncing a ball. Look it up on YouTube, these guys are playing Jenga with an excavator. They're not just operators, they're artists. These guys, they create art with their hands and meditate with machines. I saw one of them crack an egg with that shovel, and the yolk didn't even break. Some of them even say, "Let me play an excavator simulator," when they get home from work. So it's both work and a hobby, and we just watch from afar thinking, hey, will you let me try it someday? Interesting fact, was there anyone who delivered pizza with an excavator? What can't you do with an excavator? One YouTuber opened an iPhone box with an excavator. Another cooked a meal. Some even delivered pizza. One even proposed marriage. But seriously, it's not that romantic. Handing over the ring with a shovel is a bit odd. And throwing dirt on top after saying yes isn't exactly pleasant either.
Music licensing.
These machines have
reimagined.
become the stars of the YouTube universe. Some are stirring soup, others are shooting hoops. There's even a challenge to throw a ball into a washing machine with an excavator. People are digging into TikTok more than they are into the dirt. A generation is coming up with the motto, "Get me likes and my shovel will keep turning." Final, love for excavators is endless. Seeing an excavator is like going back to childhood. Whenever we see one on the road, we can't help but watch. Whether you're an engineer or a butcher, when the excavator's bucket lifts, everyone stops. Because these machines don't just dig, they also attract attention. Excavators, heavy but charismatic.
Music licensing reimagined.
After all, these machines are our unsung heroes. They're always hard at work while the city is being built, but no one gives them an Oscar. They deserve to be stars now. Maybe one day there will be an excavator documentary. narrated by Morgan Freeman. And on that day, the bucket touched the ground. It begins, and we wipe away our tears. What a machine you are.
Artlist.io.
If you love excavators, dig into this video and bury yourself in the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because in the next video, we might dive into dozers. Stay tuned.